Tonight, a judge sentenced this man, former Aurora police officer Randy Roedema, to 14 months in county jail. A jury convicted him of criminally negligent homicide and third-degree assault last year in the death of Elijah McClain.
Denver 7's Rob Harris was in court during sentencing and has the emotional reaction from McClain's mother.
In many ways, the sentence handed down for former Officer Roedema wasn't what either side was asking for. Roedema and his attorneys were asking for no time behind bars and instead to only receive probation. Meanwhile, the prosecution and Elijah McClain's mother were seeking the steepest possible sentence in this case, which would have been up to 3 years in prison. But instead, the judge sentenced Roedema to 14 months in county jail. The sentence came after hours of testimony. Roedema's friends and family told the judge he deserved a lenient sentence without time behind bars because of his military and law enforcement service and because he has no prior criminal history.
I understand that the jury has found him guilty, but I truly can say from the bottom of my heart that he is not a threat to society.
Roedema himself spoke before the court. He gave his condolences to the McClain family and said he often thinks about that night.
I cannot help but contemplate all the different scenarios that could have taken place that evening that may have resulted in a different outcome. And how I wish one of those scenarios would have actually occurred. For example, I wish that a bystander would not have made that call. Unfortunately, the call was made, and we all responded to the incident in the way that we were all trained to do.
McClain's mother, Shanine McClain, wasn't having it. She called Roedema a monster and a bully with a badge. She asked the judge to send him to prison. But ultimately, the judge opted for 14 months in county jail, plus 4 years probation and 200 hours of community service. Roedema has until March 22nd to turn himself in, unless an appeal is filed. After the sentencing, McClain's mother left the judicial center with her fist raised. She told us she views the sentencing as a slap on the wrist.
But I just want y'all to understand, this is not justice. This is not accountability. This is just a slap on the wrist. Because what happened to my son was murder.
Roedema has 49 days to appeal this sentence. His attorneys in court say they plan to appeal the entire conviction in this case. Reporting in Adams County, I'm Rob Harris for Denver 7.